everybody to our Tier 2 updates. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and now we are into December and getting ready for the Christmas holiday. So again, my name is Rachel Osterling. I'm the Central Area Lead on the Tier 2 team, and I'm going to be the host today for the updates. These are updates for both November and December months. I combined them because of the holidays. The next one we're not going to have until the end of January, and that will be on January 27th, which is that last Friday, and that will be at 10:30 a.m. So again, thank you for joining us, and I hope you guys enjoyed the updates that we have for you all. And like Kat said, if you have any questions, please put those in the chat, and then she will gather those, and I will look through those and filter through those later and try to get you guys some answers as quickly as possible. So some of the things we have on our agenda today that I'm going to give updates on. We're going to talk about some upcoming workshop updates that we have, some podcasts that are going on. I think I've spoken about this a couple other times on the updates. Carl Honecker has some podcasts he's working on, so I want to let you know what he has coming up. And we have some Tier 2 workshops I'm going to update you on. I also want to update you on the trainings that the RPCs within the Tier 2 team are doing, and what that looks like for them. And then I also have an update for state employees for our SharePoint, where we keep all of our documents and our data information. So the first thing that we're going to go over today are just some workshop updates. But first, before that, we are not going to have a Tier 2 coffee and chat in December. That's been canceled. Along with that, we're not going to have any transition training workshops, and we will not have any extra scoop workshop in December or January. And we're taking this off of the schedule because we want to use December and January as our planning month. So that way we can plan out our 2023 year for everybody. And we will start back up with these workshops, both of them, in February. So stay tuned for that, and I will keep you updated on what that schedule is going to be like, and we'll have some posts about that as well. The next update, like I said, I just want to review the upcoming podcasts that we have. Again, Carl Honecker, he's the Eastern Area Lead on the Tier 2 team. He's got a couple of podcasts out already. And the next one he has is called Supporting Beyond the Universal. It's a podcast that he's hoping to have recorded by late next week. And he's hoping to have this out and available live on Spotify by mid-December sometime. So I will keep you guys posted on that as well. In this podcast, Supporting Beyond the Universal, Carl is interviewing Chad Lewis. If you guys aren't familiar with Chad Lewis, he is the director of the Intensive Behavioral Residential Program, and he's an outpatient applied behavioral analyst clinician. So that's his background and his title, if you're not aware of who Chad Lewis is. So they're going to be talking about a couple of different assessments that are used to understand someone's baseline, and how these assessments and how the assessments and tracking of the data can help indicate someone flowing between the 3 tiers, which is Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. I think they're also going to talk about the importance of using the tools of choice training and all 3 of the tiers. And then they will highlight a few other things. So like I said, just stay plugged in and keep an eye out on Spotify for when that comes out. Carl is also going to be interviewing Rachel Jones. She works with the Trauma Informed Care That's all the information I have about that so far, but I will keep you updated on some more details with that. So I do have a QR code here, but I am going to put the link in the chat box as well for the Spotify, where the Tier 2 podcast are located. So if you just give me a moment. Oh, I don't think I sent it to everybody. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I had it just to the panelists. So if you click there on that link, that will take you directly to the Spotify so you can listen to the podcast that we have available already. The next update I want to give is about some of the work groups we have going on with Tier 2. So within the Tier 2 team, we have several work groups going on, but there's just two that I want to highlight this month, which is the Tier 2 risk screener and then the pilot project work group that we have. Excuse me, the Tier 2 risk screener work group, they're working on developing a risk screener as the tool to help support teams when they're attempting to problem solve around individuals displaying certain behaviors of concern. So this tool will help them identify if that person needs any type of professional, clinical, or medical assistance. And then this tool will also help them with providing teams a way to problem solve around these behaviors that may be in excess or in deficit. So with that, I mean, they see the behavior occur too often and they want to reduce the frequency of this person's behaviors. So this tool will also help guide the teams to identify any potential strategies and interventions to address some of these behaviors. And then with this, the team will be able to develop a plan of implementation to utilize with the support interventions. And then the next work group is a pilot project, which this group, they're working with one of our providers, Nova Center of the Ozarks, which is out of Springfield, Missouri. Right now, they're just collecting some baseline data for this pilot. So we will share some more information about this work group and its progress a little bit later. So stay tuned for that. But we would like to just send a little shout out to Nova and let them know that we are really happy that they're partnering with us and that they're willing to work with the Tier 2 team. And the next update I want to provide for you guys is the training that I had mentioned a couple slides ago. And I think I mentioned this a month or two prior to this. The Tier 2 team is having the risk prevention consultants complete the registered behavior technician training, which is modules through the Relias. So the team is almost done with this. I think they should be wrapping up with all of these trainings either this week or next week. And then we are going to meet as a team in person on December 13th in Jefferson City to do the competency check with the team. With this, we just want to make sure that we'll review the information, we'll discuss what they've learned, and just make sure that they understand the material. And then if the RPC wants to pursue that certification, that will help prepare them for that as well. This next update here, like I said earlier, this is mainly for the state employees, the regional office, and other state case managers. Unfortunately, outside entities won't have access to this, but previously we had a CLC SharePoint. We now have a Tier 2 SharePoint. So that other one, the CLC SharePoint, we're no longer using. We're now using this new SharePoint. And I just want to say thank you to our Tier 2 Director, Ree Evans, for putting this together. She did a great job of organizing our SharePoint, making it very user-friendly. It's got a lot of attention-getting pieces to it and easy to access and for our consultants to enter in all their data and information. So I am going to copy and paste the link to our SharePoint here in the chat box for you. Like I said, if you're within the state, you should be able to access this. If you don't have access and you need access, please let me know and we will try to get the access for you. And on behalf of the Tier 2 team, we just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And those are all the updates that I have for you guys for now. We will have some more updates, like I said, in January, but it won't be until January 27th. So thank you for attending, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday, and we look forward to seeing you at the end of January. If you have any questions, like Kat said, feel free to put those in the chat and I will collect those and I will get back with you guys at a later time with those answers.